22 till the hour here on the Life Instead of Morning program on the radio all over the country and on RFD. Craig Crawford, going to talk to him in a second, then Dick Gregory, and then Kinky Friedman. This portion of the Imus Morning program is sponsored by New Country Audi in Greenwich, Connecticut. And please welcome now to the program. I don't know what the hell he's doing now. But you know what I read all the time is his Craig Crawford's trail mix.
Yes, I do, man. Yep, it is.
It's good, isn't it? It's got video and stuff on it. And, of course, Crawford's a terrific writer. And here he is now. Craig Crawford. Good morning, Mr. Crawford.
Now, how much of a delay do I wait? Am I supposed to, wait a couple seconds after you stop talking before I start talking so that we're not talking over? Because I heard you mention that earlier to Bigfoot.
I think it's only on RFD, but I think it's just because of the satellite. It's not
I know,
RFD's
but I was
fault.
trying to figure out. See, now, right there, I just jumped in right after you quit talking. So I'll be interested to see now, did I talk over you on RFD, or should I wait? But then if I wait a couple seconds, it's going to sound weird on radio, right?
Well, we have 10 million people listening to the radio, and I don't know how many are on RFD. A lot, but I don't think it's 10 million.
Okay, so maybe I'll just wait a half a second.
Hey, you know what I'm glad about? That you were not at the beer summit, considering your history. So every time you have a couple of drinks, you fall down and break something.
Yeah, I actually got the list for you of the actual beers they had. I didn't know if you had that.
No, I don't. Tell me.
Obama had Budweiser Light, and Gates, the professor. Now, Bernie tells me he originally was going to get Red Stripe, which Bernie tells me is Jamaican, and decided on an American beer at the last minute and switched to Sam Adams Light. Crowley, the cop, had Blue Moon, and Biden had non-alcoholic Buckler beer.
Why was Plugs there, by the way? Who invited him?
Plugs.
Plugs is
That's
Biden.
what you call him? Oh, for his hair plugs. Now, you're off him now, huh?
Well, I call him that in a draft dodge.
You guys
phony,
didn't make up.
And a backstabbing
You guys
what?
didn't make. See, now I think I talked over you there.
No, because he's an a-hole. No, we didn't make up. Because he's a phony.
But you did make up.
No, we didn't.
You did not.
No, we didn't.
Okay.
No.
Somebody, you need to put on your website a list of those you did and those you did. I get mixed up on which is which.
Well, there's very few people who I didn't make up with, but he's just one of them. No, he's
put a list of shame on your site of the people you didn't make up with.
Oh no, I got other ways to get even, Craig. Oh, no. I know how to do that.
Well, on that beer summit, I mean, how often do people just sit around and have beers and then everybody issues written statements afterwards? Kind of takes the informal edge off a bunch of guys hanging out with beers. Plus, it was hot yesterday. I can't believe the professor and the policeman kept their coats on.
Well, I thought that was, I don't know, whenever I see it, I don't know. I just thought it was weird the president, not weird, but I thought it was trying too hard, the president and the vice president without their, but you're right. Without their jackets on, let me finish the sentence. But you're right, the cop and professor should have taken their jackets off, I agree.
The teachable moment in this thing, I think, really is presidents should think before they talk. And that's something Obama usually does. I mean, it was interesting that, this all happened in a press conference when
Well, he's usually reading it off a teleprompter, so he doesn't even have to
Well,
think.
at a press conference, he gets asked about this, and instinctively, says the police acted stupidly. And, it was at a press conference, I think it was even his first one, where they were pressing him on why he didn't react more strongly when those executive compensation bonuses story came out, and it took him so long to respond to it or attack it. And he just, nipped the head off of one of the reporters asking. He said, well, I like to get the information before I talk, and of course that is exactly what he didn't do in this case.
Yes, that's a very good observation, Craig. That's pretty good.
Well, that's the best I can do before 7 a.m. on a 5-second delay. the honeymoon has ended now. The polling pretty much shows that. So, presidents have their honeymoon period, and then we kind of beat them up for a while, and then we feel bad about it, and then they tend to trend back up again, and it's pretty much a predictable cycle. But he has gone down. I mean, he's lost that post-election luster now, and that's the problem with not getting health care done before the August recess is now he's got to do it past outside his honeymoon.
Speaking of that, people think listen to the program, that I'm personal friends with all the people who are on the program, which is not the case. I like everybody on the program. I don't invite people who I don't like, but I don't socialize with. And but I like everybody, and particularly you. So I was concerned that I was happy to know that you have a love interest in your life, because it's none of my business or the audience or anybody else's, but I just was happy to hear that. Because I used to think about you going down to your mom and dad's, but then I would think you'd go back to your lonely little apartment there in D.C. with a mattress on the floor with a bunch of empty food cartons around it, and guns and ammo magazines or whatever. But I'm happy that you're apparently got something going on.
I've been well taken care of since 1987. We got together at the bicentennial of the Constitution in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good foundation for relationship.
Yeah.
The Constitution.
I'm just very happy about all.
By the way,
married, right?
No. I don't believe. I just have no interest in the government turning over my relationship to the government. That's just the way I've always seen marriage. I mean, I'm fine for other people to do it, but
well, and she's female, right?
No, I've been with the guy for 20 whatever that is since '87.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm. So my friend Bill White, people thought that like Bill White one time, he's gay, and I've been friends with him for years, and I invited to a Christmas party at his house, him and Brian, and he sent the invitation to my wife and not to me, because he thought I'd never talk to him again. And I felt so bad about that. I mean, that I was sending that kind of message with my radio program. This was back a few years ago.
Well, I mean, you always got your jokes. I've always thought you were pretty equal opportunity with.
Yeah, but sometimes we went too far, and we don't do that anymore.
Well, I've never really.
All right, baby. I'm out of time, but thank you.
And by the way, I'm going to stick with MSNBC. I told you I thought I wouldn't, but
okay.
I'm sitting here looking at a contract.
Why not?
I figure they want to pay me out to work for them.
I got to go. Thank you. I love you, Greg. Greg Roberts.